history. Undisputed in not one, but two divisions.
Like I said before, you know, this meant everything to me. I wanted to give honor to God for blessing me to be here, to be able to perform in front of each and every one of y'all. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to thank Errol Spence and his team for me and him coming together and getting this fight underway. This is a fight that everybody wanted to see. The whole world was talking about it, and we put on a great show.
All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to questions for Terence Bud Crawford. If you have questions, raise your hand.
Terence, Andreas here from the Sporting News. Just talked to Errol. He said he hopes to get the rematch, and he would like to have the rematch at 154 pounds. Are you interested in moving up in weight for the rematch, or does it have to be at 47?
It definitely don't have to be at 47. Like I said, you know, I'm in a hurt business. 47 was kind of hard for me too. I was already talking about moving up in weight and challenging Charlo, so 54 wouldn't be outreach of anything.
Want to follow up with, how did you pull off getting Eminem to walk you out tonight?
I don't know. It was just throw a rock in a haystack, and he replied, and you know, I told him to pull up, and he was like, "I'm there. You one of my favorite fighters," and you know that showed, you know, a lot of support for me, and that showed what level I'm at in the boxing world.
Last question. Naoya Inoue was considered the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world after his performance on Tuesday. Do you think you definitively put a stamp on you as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world after this performance?
Without a doubt. Like I told everybody once before, the winner out of this fight was going to be #1 pound-for-pound, hands down. You got Errol Spence was ranked #4 in the pound-for-pound, and you got Terence Crawford that was ranked #1. So you got two fighters that's in the top 5 pound-for-pound ratings. How can they not be #1 pound-for-pound?
Terence, Keith Heidick from BoxingScene.com. Congratulations on a great performance. Was it even easier than you expected it to be once you were in there?
Never. Like I said, we trained so hard in training camp that it may look easy in the ring, but these fights is never easy. These fights is very extremely hard because we put our body through the most in training camp, and I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at today to perform in front of each and every one of y'all. I even did things that was different this fight. You know, we did a pre-camp, came out to Vegas, stayed for a month, you know, so I've been working for a long time for just this one moment, so it's never easy.
At which point in the fight did you realize that he wasn't going to be able to do anything with you tonight?
Well, the first round, I felt as if I had the speed and power. I felt, you know, his power, and I felt as if I was the stronger fighter. And, yeah, that's pretty much was it.
Andrew Jones, ESPN and Skate. Terrence and your team, congratulations on a special night. Roy Jones Jr. told me yesterday that if you won this fight, that you'll be up there as one of the all-time best pound-for-pound. You talked about Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather era, now your era. Where do you rank yourself all-time, pound-for-pound, after tonight?
Well, I'm up there. You know what I mean? Like, I always want to pay homage to the fighters that came before me, you know, because without them, there'd be no me. Wherever they want to put me, you know, I'm up there, you know. It ain't my job to put me where I want to be. It's your job to put me where I belong.
And who came up with the fishnet idea to walk out, and what you told your mom when you were celebrating with her in the ring and giving her a birthday present that you wanted her to give her?
No, that's all So Cold. Like I said, So Cold, everything. He came up with the idea. He said, man, I got you, bro. He designed my last outfit. And I told him, I said, man, that was one of the coldest outfits that I had. And he said, wait till you see this one. I said, oh, all right. And, you know, his creativeness, you know, brought to life along with Everlast. And then you got what you got.
Terence, Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports. Congratulations on the brilliant performance. I wonder, when you were with Top Rank, there were many years there would be fights on Fox or Showtime, and they would list top welterweights. I guess it was more Fox. They would list top welterweights, and you weren't even on there a lot of the time, and a lot of fans would get upset about that. Do you feel like now when you look back, like, do you feel some sense of vindication that people who overlooked you for so long now, you're at the top of the heap and there's no doubt?
Well, I've been telling each and every one of y'all for years. A lot of y'all over here looking sad. Ellie, you looking like a retarded ass dude over there because you was going against me. You know what I mean? But all in all, you know, I get to say I told y'all because I've been asking for these fights for years. And y'all been saying, oh, he's too small. He's going to get this. He's going to get broken. And each and every time that I step up, I proved y'all wrong. Each time. So, you know what I mean? Write some great stories about Terence Crawford. Don't hate on him. Don't say nothing negative. Just give me my props.
The other question I wanted to ask, if you could comment about your trainer and the job he did. And Bomac, if you could make a comment about what it feels like for you to win a fight at this level against a guy who is highly respected like Derek James.
Well, I just look at it like this, man. I just look at all the training that we put in, all the months that we put in, and I wasn't never worried. And as far as going up against Derek James, it's an honor. It's an honor. He's it was last year or year before last trainer of the year, and you know, they never really gave us our props. You know, the writers, the reporters, all the websites. So. I mean, I'm just glad. You know, it hasn't sunk in yet, but it will here pretty soon. To me, I just look at it like it's another day, you know. And you also got to give props out to the whole team. You got Saul Dieguez right here. You got Red Spike. Come on, we're up here, Red. You got Bernie the Boxer. You even got Steve So-Called Nelson. You know what I'm saying? He helps out a lot. You know, he sometimes he see what we don't see. You got Chet. Chet, raise your hand. Chet, the strength and condition coach. Where Ashley at? There go Ashley right there. She's another strength and condition coach. We got chefs. We got dietitians. We got everything. It's a team effort. It ain't all about me getting my flowers. If you're gonna give me my flowers, you're gonna give the whole team the flowers.
Terence, Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. When I've interviewed you before, you've spoke about the moment in your career that you thought was the best, and that was against Ricky Burns. Does tonight eclipse that moment?
No, not at all. Like I said once before, I don't think there ever going to be a moment to actually make me feel the way I felt when I was in Scotland that day, because that was my whole dream. You know, I was filled with so much excitement to go all the way over to Scotland. Me, the little bit of family that I had, my team, and to come back a world champion, something that I dreamed of all my life as a kid. My dreams came true that one night, and this is definitely up there because this is a fight that's been talked about for many years. This is a fight that when I walk in the store, my kids watching YouTube, everybody asks me, when you fighting Spence? When you fighting Spence? Dad, this dude said you scared of Spence. So me always having to hear this guy's name is like a breath of fresh air that I get to breathe because we finally done it, and now it's done and over with.
Terence, straight back here, all the way in the back. Dan Rayfield from Big Fight Weekend. Congratulations, incredible performance from you tonight. My question for you is, you won so easily, and he says he wants the rematch. How do you go about getting yourself up once again to take on a guy you just completely destroyed?
Well, one thing about me, I don't take no fighter lightly. So I'm always up for each and every one of the fighters that I'm facing. And y'all know that from the past of my performances and how I come in the ring 110% prepared every time I step foot in the ring.
And just one other question for you. Once you get past Errol, once that chapter is closed, if you have the rematch, have you even allowed yourself a moment to think at any time, like what else is out there for you? Is it a championship at 54, a specific fighter, perhaps middleweight someday? What other sort of goals do you have besides what you've done so much already?
I don't know. In 2 months, I'll be 36 years old. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I've been doing sports all my life since I was 7. I don't know. I got to sit down with my team and talk about the future.
All right, so now we have a very special presentation to award Terence Bud Crawford, the undisputed welterweight champion of the world for the first time in the four-belt era. We have the legendary Ring Magazine Championship to be presented to Terence Bud Crawford of Omaha, Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
Terence, when you see that, the lineage, and now it belongs to you.
I love it. I love it. To be honest, I wish they would have kept it original. But it is what it is. I'm the number one fighter in the division.
They want to see it.
And it's stamped right here. So for all you guys that doubted me, for all you guys that said I was too small, I was actually too strong. and now everybody, they get to witness greatness, like I said before, and it's the Terence Crawford era.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Terence Bud Crawford, Brian Bomack McIntyre, and the entire Crawford team. Congratulations, guys. All the best, and thank you very much to all the media for covering Spence Crawford Fight Week, and thank you so much for joining us here in Las Vegas. What a historic night, as Terence Bud Crawford is the undisputed welterweight champion of the world for the first time in the four-belt era, the first male boxer to be undisputed in 2 divisions. Terence Bud Crawford remaining undefeated here tonight in Las Vegas. Congratulations to Terence Crawford, and thank you to the media for joining us. Good night, everybody.